Long ago, I was not the 6'4", Chad jawline, chiseled, shredded sex demon you see standing before you. Long ago, I was in fact an incel. There was a time when, despite my physical appearance not really lending to that idea, I wouldn't say I looked as good as I do now back then, but I mean, I looked okay even back in this time, where I found myself getting into a combination of situations, relationships, and content, as well as social spaces, that all kind of pushed me towards some incel-y type ideas, which thankfully kind of melted away by the time I lost my virginity when I was 18. But I do want to talk a little bit about it because it leads briefly... Oh shit, thanks, Tipster. Some things happened that resulted in me feeling like women only like bad guys, like the bad boys or whatever, and that I'm just too nice of a guy. Too nice of a guy to get a girlfriend is what I thought back then. I was just too nice to women. They don't like that. That was obviously not the case, but that was the mindset that I, along with a lot of teenage boys, fell into at that time. While I was in that sort of phase, I was scrolling through YouTube, and I stumbled across a video about that very topic by a YouTuber by the name of Internet Comment Etiquette. And I watched the video, and despite the fact that a few parts of it triggered me a bit, I thought it was really funny. And I subscribed to him and continued to watch his videos. When I subbed to him, he had probably like 1 to 200k subs. Like he was a smaller channel, like enough that he had like an audience and he was doing well, but like not big by any means. Like he wasn't a big YouTuber. Nowadays, though, he is currently at 1 million subscribers. It is absolutely phenomenal to see this guy's channel grow. I have been subbed to him for a very long time. He is by far one of my favorite YouTubers. I've already liked the video. Hey, chat, you should like my videos. See this? When I watch a YouTuber that I watch regularly and I know that I like them, I instinctively, before I even watch the video, click the like button. That's what you guys should do for my videos. Helps out the channel. All right, with that said, Internet Comment Etiquette is a fucking hilarious guy. He makes very funny videos. But on top of that, he is almost certainly left-wing, possibly a leftist. I don't know if he's a leftist. I guess he's like a sock dem or like a very progressive liberal. But he takes a dunk on tankies in this video even. So one of my replies on Twitter said that he makes a joke about something along the lines of it also works on communists. Like he says something about grifting and like telling lies to convince people in a narrative, and then he says it also works on communists, I think is the joke. And I think that was a jab at the tankies and the and whatnot. But yeah, very decidedly left-wing content creator, and he did a video called Woke Lord of the Rings, in which he is talking about the new Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Amazon show. That yes, I am going to watch when it comes out. I'll see how it is. My judgment of it is being completely withheld until I actually see it and it is in front of me. Oh yeah, Lonnie also got free merch from Internet Comment Etiquette because she won a giveaway. That's pretty pog. It was like a Halloween merch giveaway type thing. Like if you made a couple of memes about him, you could win a giveaway, and I think she won some merch. It's pretty pog. Lonnie's really good at Photoshop, so she made some really good memes. There's some things I want to comment on in this video, and I think it'll be a fun time. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Obviously, I dropped the original video link into the replies here, or into the comment or chat here, so that you guys can go drop some support on the original video. Please go do that. Please drop a like, comment, all that on the original video, even if you don't like stick around and watch it. Just giving some engagement to it kind of makes up for the fact that I'm reacting to it without your viewership directly benefiting him. So just, yeah, go give a like, okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and watch the video and enjoy.
I'm Eric, your host, and this is the only show that teaches you to be proper and respectful in comment boxes around the world. Now, in today's lesson, we're going to learn to complain about wokeness in our favorite TV shows and movies. And hey, did you hear the new Lord of the Rings is woke? The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, teaser trailer, Prime Video. I better only see white people in this.
True.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
What the? Is that a black elf? That wasn't in the book.
Oh no.
Oh, no, this is too woke. Who is that? Is that Gafandriel? Ganondorf? Whatever. They got her all wrong.
I will say, my favorite thing about all the reactionaries complaining about this like trailer and it being woke and all that, and saying this isn't faithful to Tolkien's vision or whatever. None of them at all. When this trailer first dropped and I watched their reaction videos and their first like things, none of them were able to tell that this was Galadriel. None of them could remember her name or connect the dots. And I'm not saying that, like, if you couldn't tell this new actress, younger character who, yes, could be, like, you know, once you know she's Galadriel, you're like, oh, yeah, she is. But you wouldn't necessarily immediately assume it. But, like, you'd think that these avowed Tolkien fans who care so much about Tolkien's original vision would, at the very least, be able to recognize one of the most important characters in all of Arnor. That's the world that Lord of the Rings takes place on, the planet. Like you'd think that like they'd recognize her, right? Recognize this time period, the story they're adapting, who this character probably is based on context. Like you'd think they'd know enough about this original vision to at least criticize it effectively and know what this is if it is such a defilement of it. Because that's always what I've been hearing. Like, well, you'll see yourself.
Ganondorf, whatever. They got her all wrong. All right, well, this show's gonna suck, and I bet there's a bunch of normies in the comment section just waiting for me to come down there and argue with them. Evil is not capable of creating anything new. It can only distort and destroy what has been invented. Evil is not capable of creating anything new. Evil is not capable of creating anything new. It can only distort and destroy what has been invented. Evil is not capable of creating anything new. Evil is not capable of creating anything new. Evil cannot create, it can only corrupt. J.R. Tolkien said that. And then here's another quote. I'm not reading it, and they got his name wrong. Damn, couldn't find.
These are the people that are calling you an NPC. I need to make this so abundantly clear.
Find any normies. They must all be hiding because they know this show is going to suck balls. Well, here's a little trick. If you can't find any normies to argue with, just make one up and argue with that. I never read any of these books because I like to put my penis inside women, but after watching this minute-long trailer, I can say without a doubt this show has nothing to do with the source material and will bomb harder than Louis C.K. alone in a hotel room with a woman who doesn't want to see him jack off. It makes me sick how all you normies see shit like this and scream, yes, we stand representation in Middle-earth. I miss the old days when a black child could sit down and not see a single person on screen who looks like them. And that was okay. Let's not forget this is how Middle-earth was in the books, so why can't we just keep it completely white cast because of a 100-year-old book? You know what, actually, I think one of the dragons may have been Chinese, which I agree is racist, and I'm glad they fixed it by casting Scarlett Johansson as the voice. Anyway, I gotta go yell at my wife for throwing away my Jordan Peterson Funko Pop. Peace out, you stupid woke normie bitches. Also, why didn't they just use the eagles to drop the rings into the lava? And Bilbo's. Alright, well, strap in, pussies, because today we got a...
That is the inspiration for some of the comments I've left on some conservative videos, if you can't tell. He's pretty fucking funny, dude. I love his videos. This is like more of the type of videos I want to see like lefty content creators making. Imagine if lefty content creators made content as irreverent and like I don't give a shit feeling as this. Because that's what the right has going for them, right? When they make videos, they're able to play it off as like, heh, I don't give a shit. Let's just relax, sit back, and watch these crazies, am I right? That's the way they sort of play it off. Well, like lefties, when like a lefty makes a video, it's like, all right, buckle down, turn on your brain, you're about to learn for an hour and a half and watch a boring video essay. Like, that's almost always, you know, like the difference there. And I would love to see videos with a format almost exactly like this, but more overtly political, like focused on responding to specific videos from a creator. That would be really good content.
A lot of woke Lord of the Rings to talk about. Also, did you know in the original trilogy, Viggo Mortensen broke his toe because he kicked an orc helmet and it was really heavy and it broke his toe? And they left it in the movie and it's why he was yelling like that, because it was a genuine scream of pain. Did you know that? That's not woke. That's badass. Did you know that?
Anyone who is here for the Lord of the Rings watch parties in the Discord server knows all of the Lord of the Rings trivia, okay? I said all these things to everybody when we were watching through Lord of the Rings. Don't worry, you all know this. I'd argue by dismissing these chuds, he is making a left-wing video, Xanderhal. I'd argue by dismissing these chuds, he is making a left-wing video. I don't know what you mean, Austin Lefty. This is a left-wing video. What I mean is the sort of flagrant disregard that he has for, like, at least it seems like he doesn't give a shit if people care that, like, he disagrees with them. So it comes off a lot better than, like, when lefties get really sincere in video essays, I feel like, you know?
Now, I hold Lord of the Rings very close to my heart. I feel very protective of the original vision of Peter Jackson and whoever wrote the book. That's why when I heard the Lord of the Rings was woke now, I went straight to my man, the Quartering. Yeah, this dude complains about woke shit all the time. He gets it. If you go to his channel and search for woke, you can see just how much he complains about wokeness. There's got to be
Search Free Larson.
Thousands of videos here. Now, I could sit here and complain about woke Lord of the Rings all day, but I would never be able to do it like this guy.
Lord of the Rings woke backfire as Amazon's show gets busted lying about fans.
All right, now pay close attention to how he does this. And
how I understand Tolkien, the author, is he wasn't a huge fan of allegory, and that the things that he wrote were pretty much at face value, but now...
Holy shit. Am I just, like, aggressively right all the time? How many times I've been saying for the last few days that conservatives are literally incapable of analyzing meaning from art. They can only view it at face value and as, like, entertainment or power fantasy or escapism. How many times I've been saying that lately? And now he's just outright admitting it. Oh yeah, Tolkien, the author of Lord of the Rings, oh yeah, no allegory, no messages. He was very in your face and upfront, very face value with everything that this story had to offer. Holy shit. I am just unapologetically correct. No wonder lefties hate me so much.
Now, apparently we've gone so far around the circle that Tolkien is described as being woke.
All right, well, I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, he's just reading other people's tweets.
Oh, by the way, Tolkien absolutely, like, would be considered woke nowadays by the people that complain about, like the Quartering, right? Like, do you think that the scene... You think you could make Return of the King today? Do you think you could actually make Lord of the Rings Return of the King today? Have it come out and be a beloved, memorable third movie to the trilogy? No, you couldn't. Because conservatives online would have turned the scene where Éowyn kills the Witch King into literally, like, an absolute fucking internet shitstorm, to the extent where, and let's be real, bandwagoning's a real thing, where people decide that a certain piece of media is bad just because enough people have said it's bad. And this has started to happen a lot when it comes to political or any media that has some political controversy around it, where the right will, like, endlessly shill about how bad a piece of media is going to be because it is, like, progressive or has diversity or seems woke.
Welcome to capitalism, my dude.
And then people just kind of go with it and are like, oh, I guess it sounds bad, because that's what they keep hearing and then never give it a chance.
And articles and barely providing his own content.
If you still think Ian McKellen is the worst, that Catholic Tolkien would have never approved, I beg you to read more of Tolkien's books and letters. He was...
No, I think Return of the King, if released today, would have been like a universal failure of a movie. Unironically, I think that if Return of the King had returned today, it would have been a universal failure, because conservatives would have shrieked and read about... wait, why does he have... He has a file saved on his Chrome there called nicolol.np4. Reminds me of the time when his Reddit, like when his search bar autofilled to forced cream pie Reddit, or Reddit forced cream pie. That was my favorite. He was streaming and his fucking search bar autofilled Reddit forced cream pie.
Woke. He was woke, huh? stood against hate, embraced all cultures in life and fiction. It's why his books are translated in every language. He was woke?
And yeah, that is his thing, but it doesn't matter because he's so anti-woke. And you could do this too. All you got to do is record yourself reacting to news stories with the most garden variety level of cynicism imaginable.
True.
And anyone who even slightly agrees with you will come running like you're an oasis of truth.
True.
Oh, and by the way, this also works on communists.
We can't know for sure what Tolkien would say or do because he's not around to prove us right.
He's 100% right, though. Like, he's 100% right about the left online being just as bad as the right when it comes to this. Like, there is just a ridiculous amount of, like, grifting and just playing to the masses just as much as on the right, but we're just correct is the issue. We're just correct. It's just that, like, those people are correct for the wrong reasons. So we kind of have to argue against them in anyway, even if we do agree on most things.
Anti-woke. And you could do this too. All you got to do is record yourself reacting to news stories with the most garden variety level of cynicism imaginable, and anyone who even slightly agrees with you will come running like you're an oasis of truth. Oh, and by the way, this also works on communists.
We can't know for sure what Tolkien would say or do because he's not around to prove us right or wrong.
Imagine being so insecure with yourself that you have to go around claiming that someone you never met who died before you were even born would agree with you if they were still alive. Technically, as a linguist, Tolkien would have absolutely hated the woke movement restructuring language with a cudgel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tolkien stood against everything the crazies fight for.
Tolkien was a Catholic and was basically a libertarian. He wanted people to be able to live out in the countryside without government interference. These wokists are insane.
They don't know.
Yes. Tolkien, who was very fond of the countryside. Yes, that is what inspired the English countryside is what inspired the Shire in the Lord of the Rings. He considered that to be, to him at least, basically the most idyllic way to live, like in his mind, like sort of out in the middle of the English country, middle of nowhere, little hobbit village type thing, kind of a paradise, right? And I mean, let's be real. While, yes, they did not make the Shire in the hills of England, they made it in New Zealand. If the zombie apocalypse ever happens, you better believe the location I'm going to establish my survival community or whatever in the post-apocalypse will be the set of the Shire in New Zealand. And we will all live in hobbit houses, and yeah, it's gonna be dope. Can this little... I got like a little fucking gnat that came into my... Oh, I got it. Holy shit, I'm goated. Goated on the dicks. I'd live as a hobbit, TBH. I'd absolutely live as a hobbit. I'd love to be a hobbit.
Know what they're talking about, plain and simple. Okay.
My favorite Tolkien quote is, "I don't write books for black dudes, and if you ever call me woke, I'll rise from the grave and tell Barbara Walters what Gandalf really did with those hobbits." So in his own words, the man was never woke, and this smear campaign to make him look woke is bullshit. Quick shout out to my man Quartering for cornering the market on calling out woke Hollywood. Not sure if what you do is important or necessary, but you're definitely the man for the job. No complaints here. Also, not a compliment. Anyway, did you guys know that in Fellowship of the Ring, when the main bad guy orc throws the knife at Viggo Mortensen, the actor playing the orc accidentally threw a real knife, and Viggo Mortensen deflected it anyway with his sword? Just a little Lord of the Rings trivia from before Amazon filled it with immigrants and lesbians. Yo, keep it up, Quartering. Can't wait to see you cover the new woke remake of Rent and Tom Bombaberry. That's not his name. But it's not just popular YouTubers taking dumps on the new woke Lord of the Rings. Even YouTubers that no one has heard of are pointing out how much this show's gonna suck. Amazon's Lord of the Rings is woke garbage by who cares?
But we also have the modern injection.
I met this guy in real life. I met this guy in real life in Texas, and I think I debated with him, right? Yeah, I debated with him about the systemic racism thing, right? On stage. Dude, I'm fucking howling. Holy shit. I can't believe a guy that I met in person a month ago is getting, like a month and a half maybe ago, is getting roasted by internet comment etiquette right now. That shit is hilarious.
Of politics and woke nonsense into the series. Get a load of this article that's all excited, hyped about how multicultural this series is going to be, because it's finally going to break ground and give us some black hobbits.
Yeah, this is just about the only kind of content that I consume anymore, because everything else is too woke. So I'm just left with people complaining about wokeness.
So there are black and Asian and brown and even Mario types.
Mario types? What?
Mario types? Mario? Mario?
Wait.
Oh, he
Yeah,
meant
Maori. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever types within it.
Cool. Yeah. Why would you leave that in the video?
One time on the set of the
Okay, listen. You better fucking believe if I knew that this guy didn't know how to pronounce Maori during our debate, I would have called him the fuck out for it, okay? Does it? Does it maybe? Does it? I love being right.
this movie, they had a stunt knife thrower.
Oh, no, we already know about this.
So when he went to fling the knife,
yes, he deflected a real knife. We all know.
he deflected the knife, and the shot is in the movie.
No, we all know about this. As soon as I heard there was going to be a Black Hobbit, I knew it would suffer the same fate as Star Wars, having black people in it. Vigo also fractured his foot on that.
Okay, that is pretty fucking dope, though. Like, low-key, the fact that this was real, the fact that the stunt actor, because this shot, the orc is, in this shot, he's throwing a fake knife. Because this is a different shot. In the shot where it cuts here and shows the orc throwing the knife and then Aragorn deflecting it, that is the shot where the person throwing it accidentally threw a real knife instead of a stunt knife, a stunt throwing knife, and the actor Viggo Mortensen, who was playing Aragorn, deflected it in real time. That was pretty fucking dope. The fact that it was one take, he could have gotten pretty badly hurt if he didn't deflect it, because it was gonna hit him and probably stab him pretty badly, and that it was good enough to keep in the movie. That is pretty dope. The fact that Lord of the Rings has so many scenes like that, I feel like is an extra, like the sprinkles on top of a perfect, like a perfect sundae.
As soon as I
Look at that shit. That was fucking cool.
heard there was going to be a Black Hobbit, I knew it would suffer the same fate as Star Wars, having black people in it. Vigo also fractured his foot on that scene where they presume Merry and Pippin were dead and he kicks the orc helmet. Yeah, we all fucking know. Oh, Marone, I don't appreciate you talking about us Mario types. Yeah, so what, we're all Italian plumbers? You gotta put us in a box because of that? With your words? You gonna call us Mario types like we're all just types of one guy? My name's Lorenzo, by the way, you fucking piece of shit. I ought to hang you off a construction site. Unbelievable. I'm sorry. I got heated. Oh, and listen, this is a message for any of my employees trying to unionize. Think twice. I know you guys like to watch these anti-woke bullshit videos, and I'm letting you know, I'll put you down a pipe you never jump back out of with your fist up and shit like we all do, yelling wahoo or whatever. No unions. Unions are woke. And Gargamel. All right, well, hey, let me show you guys what a not woke Lord of the Rings would look like. But also, it's an ad for today's sponsor, NordPass.com/bigmoney. Aha!
Normally, I would skip the sponsored segments of a video, but Internet Comment Etiquette makes some of, if not the best sponsored segments on YouTube, besides maybe Internet Historian. So we're actually gonna watch it because it's pretty funny. And I've seen the sponsored segment already, and I got a really funny joke from it that I posted on Twitter.
Welcome to my domain, weary knowledge seekers. I am the NordPass Wizard, and I'm here to tell you about NordPass.com/bigmoney. Right now at NordPass.com/bigmoney, use coupon code BIGMONEY for huge savings on a 2-year plan, plus 1 month free. Do you wish for pain-free logins while shopping online? Well, NordPass stores all of your passwords in a secure vault, accessed only by a single master password. Mwah. Your data is encrypted on your device before it reaches NordPass service for backup and
Interesting.
sync.
God, I finally have time to play video games. I don't remember any of my passwords.
Sucks for you, bitch.
Oh, no!
Can I tell you guys something really sad? I've been so busy for the last week. It's been a week since I even played Elden Ring. God, being busy sucks. Adulting sucks.
Oh, you shall not pass!
With the power of NordPass.com/bigmoney, I can autofill any password with a single click.
I just use the same password for everything so I don't forget.
You shall not pass too!
Whoa, this user-friendly NordPass app is the tits. Thanks, NordPass Wizard.
NordPass.com/bigmoney is brought to you by the same cybersecurity experts behind NordVPN. Uh-oh, what happened to him?
Is he dead?
I may have zapped him too hard. Okay, well, I'm away. Goodbye, little Frodo with a vagina in the front instead of the back.
What?
Go to nordpass.com/bigmoney and see all of the features for yourself. Mwah. Generate powerful passwords and share them securely without putting your credentials at risk. Take your password security seriously today. Heed my warning as I am the NordPass Wizard, and you shall NordPass! NordPass.com/bigmoney for huge savings on a 2-year plan plus 1 month free. All right, now where are the hobbits? I fuck them. I fuck the hobbits.
Man, I can't stop watching this Lord of the Rings trailer to find new woke shit to complain about. Like, they're turning Garbaniel into a girl boss. Gadondrel. Ah, fuck, I don't know her name at all. But that's why we got to turn to an expert. Well, an expert who can complain about wokeness. Woke Amazon Lord of the Rings gives us black,
No
brown,
way.
Asian, and Maori hobbits. Yeah, I have every problem in the world with that.
No
And
way. Is
plus-
it Arch? No fucking way. It's Arch Warhammer. Oh my god. Dude, this video just keeps getting better and fucking better. Holy shit.
Big thing.
You can see his recommended. He's got H Bomber guy there and folding ideas. You know. Oh yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that name is dead naming. I don't even know. Just Arch. We don't claim him.
In fantasy television is already guaranteed to be more occupied with the race and ethnicity of its
The race and the ethnicity.
characters than actually,
This guy's actually German, by the way. He's not even really British. He's actually doing a complete... He's not just like a British guy exaggerating a British accent like Sargon. He's German and faking a British accent that is really exaggerated for his videos to make him sound smarter. That is fucking hysterical to me.
telling
He's
a
Norwegian,
good
sorry.
fantasy story. A story.
Norwegian, not German, sorry.
Ah, yes.
All the
that
same, though.
distant tertiary concern to making sure that we have enough black, Asian, brown, and Maori hobbits.
You see, nobody talks like that
Maori
unless
hobbits.
they know they're right. Otherwise, you just sound like a fat...
We're called Harefoots, not hobbits. They're different that type of hobbits, you see. We're multicultural hobbits. We're a tribe, not a race.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's always been like multiple types of hobbits. This isn't like a new thing.
Hobbits were one of the 3 breeds of hobbits, along with Stors and Fallowhides. Yeah, you know what? They don't actually look super white.
At this point, there is no such thing as a hobbit anymore. The hobbits don't exist. What we have is modern-day people cosplaying as hobbits. We have modern-day black people, Asians, brown, and Maoris walking around with hairy shoes on, pretending to be hobbits.
Hold up.
Sir, you know The Lord of the Rings is a fiction story, right? Arch, when you were a kid, did you go into the library and walk in to the nonfiction section and somebody had accidentally put Lord of the Rings there, so you were like, okay, read it and you thought it was real? Is that what's happening here? Modern day black people, Lamau? I know. We're having a fantastic time. We're having a great time. Yes, he seems to think hobbits are real. Terminally online. This guy's career just crumbled. It is hilarious. Nat the Christian, thanks for the $2 super chat, says, does Sargon actually exaggerate his accent for fuck's sake? Yeah, he does, yeah. When Sargon talks like normally while he's playing a video game, he just talks like a normal British person. The like poshness of his accent only comes out during debates or videos when he's trying to sound smart and make people take him seriously. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you're British and you can like play into the poshness of a British accent, Americans will like eat that shit up and think you're smart just because of that. That's all you need. Like for Americans to think you're smart is just have to have kind of a posh sounding British accent.
There's Asian hobbits? That's where I draw the line.
It's like seeing a bunch of random white people in a Zulu movie wearing traditional African garb. Like, they're just standing there with their cowhide shields and their little impy spears. It's just like, yes, fellow blacks, hello.
All right, man, whatever, that sounds good. So here's how you leave a comment to agree with somebody about their stance on wokeness. Nice shit, dude. I also can't stand how woke everything is now. The other day, I was telling a joke to my buddy and somebody filmed it on their phone and got me canceled for my daycare job. Now, granted, I was telling a joke about how I make the babies fight and invite a bunch of biker dudes over to watch. And when police investigated me, they found that, yeah, I also do that in real life. I was taking home $250,000 per month getting these babies roided up and punching each other in the face while every Hell's Angel chapter in the tri-state area cheered on. They were the best years of my life until I got canceled. Yeah, the feds busted in the door and canceled everyone in the building. I only got out because I turned state's witness on the spot. I lost the trust of everyone I loved, put them all in jail, and now I live under a new name in the constant fear that at any moment a motorcycle could pull up and end my life. But hey, it could be worse. Black Panther could have been a woman. And post. Okay, so who else is complaining about this 1 minute long trailer? Racist Lord of the Rings fans calling Rings of Power woke. Toxic fandoms. What? I'm not racist, and Jews run the world.
Also, I absolutely need to preface this by saying massive trigger warning. Some of these comments are just downright racist, and I know that can be hard for people to see because, well, it should be hard to see.
I think this Turf Nation guy is like, I think he's cool. I think this guy's like a lefty, it seems. Racist Lord of the Rings fans calling Ring of Power woke toxic fandoms. Yeah, this is clearly like a lefty video.
Racism really should have no place in our society.
No. This is virtue signaling. This guy's probably more racist than me.
Why are they black? There's no black people in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, sick. He's about to do my job for me. I'm just gonna lay back.
This will be unwatchable.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna show comments from his video. Dude, you did such a good job at not understanding why people are mad. Haha, it's not about racism.
Dude, the funniest fucking shit that I experience as a lefty YouTuber, every single video that I upload will be like me responding to a video, and I'll acknowledge like all the arguments and everything, and I'll give examples to show like what, like here's a good example. Like when I did the Scott Cawthon video, right? And throughout the Scott Cawthon video, talking about him donating to like anti-LGBT politicians and whatnot, thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. People, like I said multiple times, I don't think he should be harassed. I don't think he should be swatted or doxxed or anything like that. I just think this is like kind of shitty, and it's fine if people don't like that he did it. And then that video proceeded to get brigaded by Scott Cawthon Five Nights at Freddy's fans, who responded with comments very much like this. They just completely missed the point. It's almost like they only watched the first 5 seconds of the video, or like they watched it with shitty internet, so they only saw like a quarter of the video because it was like skipping or buffering constantly. It's really hard to tell, but yeah, you just get a lot of dumb comments from conservatives that are so stupid. You're puzzled for a minute to think how somebody could comment something so dumb on your video. And the sad thing is too, like it'll get a lot of likes. You know, something as dumb as this will get like 180 likes in your comment section because a lot of dumb people have come to brigade the video. That's life on YouTube as a large, or life on YouTube as a moderate-sized lefty creator.
There are also the people who post memes of Ryan Gosling being cast as Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, racists exist. Now address the rest of us that just don't think multi-billion-dollar multinational companies should be talking down to us and fixing decades-old artworks. It's pretty simple. Blah, 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 blah,
Leftist
blah,
meme.
blah, blah. I didn't read that shit. And post.
Then there's also this one. Honestly, can't imagine being this ignorant. Like there really must be no awareness of the world around them whatsoever. Memes are supposed to be funny, but this is just a way of spreading hateful opinions.
I don't feel the need to consider that because he was virtue signaling the whole time.
Really shouldn't matter. And I thought we were mostly getting there, but comments like these just remind us that there's still so far.
Stop trying to replace white people in our art and literature. White. gray eyes, blonde, white hair, platinum blonde hair, blue eyes, blonde hair, green eyes, brown hair, brown eyes, red hair, brown eyes, brown hair. And then you've got like some black people here who have like different colored brown eyes, and they've got like dark brown hair or black hair, and it says white diversity, because people like this don't know what diversity means. Diversity doesn't mean when a room is filled with nothing but black people. The conservatives actually think, the left thinks, that diversity is when you have a room and it's filled with nothing but non-white people. Like, if you had a room that was filled with nothing but black people, conservatives think, lefties think that is what diversity is. What lefties actually think diversity is when you have an environment, a space or a culture in which people from all sorts of different backgrounds and identities and races and what have you exist together. So diversity would be like this entire chart and then a bunch more all stacked on top of each other. That would be diversity. And then white would just be this. I'm sure you could get a couple of other combinations, maybe, but still. Like, they don't even know what the word diversity means.
Far to go.
Nope, that's a straw man.
However, people like these are luckily a dying breed. It's a slow process, but at least we're making progress.
That's Occam's razor.
We're calling out these people, so don't lose all hope yet. The racists shall not pass.
That's a lost cause fallacy.
Listen, if you really don't want black people in Lord of the Rings, then just don't watch this new show.
Nope, classic Abigail's promise right there.
Evil is not capable of creating anything new. It can only distort and destroy what has been invented or made by the forces of good.
Okay, well, guys, here's the most important part about complaining about wokeness. You gotta learn how to deal with the normies. Watch this. I don't know where you get off calling me racist, pal, just because I want to see not a single person of color in my Lord of Rings Amazon series. Look, I have a very clear image in my head of what this world looks like, and it's all white people. You understand? Is that racist? I don't think so. If we're gonna turn Middle Earth into one big melting pot, how long until there's no white people left in Rivendell? Next thing you know, we're gonna have LGBTQ representation in a flagship show for a gigantic streaming service that uses algorithmic data to cater their content towards the largest demographic possible. Well, whatever. I guess I just don't understand. The whole thing's a losing battle. Once you go woke, it's just a twisted spiral downward into the abyss, where you can't say or show anything. But hey, at least Scooby-Doo is still all white. God bless them. And Khaleesi. Great. Well, we did it. Thanks to Amazon, we finally all have something to complain about for many years to come. Complain about wokeness. Complain about cast members having sex with the same sex as they are. Black people. We have all of this to complain about and more for the next many, many years. So big shout out to Amazon. Their new show, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, premieres on September 2nd. Tune in right here where I will give an episode-by-episode breakdown of all the wokeness, but also where we're at in the story so far, so you don't miss a beat. Again, go to Amazon, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
Even this little outro bit is such a good parody of the average, like, that's not true, by the way. He's not actually going to do that. But even the outro here is like a parody of like the quartering and conservative like grift YouTubers that do that. They're like, yeah, well, this show's gonna suck. Anyway, when it comes out, be sure to stop by here and watch my, like, they'll spend the whole like video saying it sucks. I'm not gonna watch it. It's gonna suck. I'm not gonna watch it. Anyway, I am gonna watch it to review it. If you want to see me talk about how woke and shitty it is, and also, you know, summarize what's going on, then make sure to subscribe and watch my, because they got a shill at the end. That's what he's making fun of there.
Premiering September 2nd. You're not going to want to miss it. Also, did you know that Viggo Mortensen used to hike to set every day with his costume on, and including his sword, because he thought it would make him more authentically travel-worn? Did you know that? Did you know that? Big money, is here. Posting comments and hey there, folks. Come on over to Neon Gris.
Okay, I think I killed another fly. Why are there flies in here? Did I leave, like, the window open or something? Anyway. They're like there's little gnat flies. Weird. Anyway, yeah. This channel goes hard as fuck, okay? If you're not watching Internet Comment Etiquette, you're missing out. Go fucking subscribe. I feel like that was more or less the best shilling for his channel I could possibly give. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, follow me on my social media, all linked down below, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course my fan Discord where you can, talk to me, play video games, people, we do watch parties, all sorts of cool stuff. And finally, of course, if you want to support me financially, you can donate, subscribe, or gift a sub over my website, or you can support me financially through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, or Patreon. No matter how you support me, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.